know me. Boy, you not my homie. Without me, she so lonely. Boy, the Glock will be on me.
Catch 81 out the 100 round. I'm shooting like Kobe. It was fitting all in one knee and no coat. I watched her OD.
Talk to me like you know me. Boy, you not my homie. Without me, she so lonely. Boy, the Glock will be on me.
Let's welcome y'all to the motherfucking greatest podcast in the motherfucking world.
Talk to them people, Charles. That's the only adjective we got for them today.
Yeah, only greatest motherfucking podcast in the world.
Okay.
All right, but got a good man in the building, Mullah Omar.
MaShaaAllah. You know what it is, man. What's going on, everybody? Salam alaikum.
What's good? Love the hospitality. I love the good energy, good vibes we got going on. First and foremost, tell the people where you from. Who is Mullah Omar?
I'm from PG County, Maryland, Farrar Avenue to be exact. You know, Mullah Omar. Shit, how can I put in the words, man? You know, it's been a long time coming. I just feel like, for real, nigga been destined to do this rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just my experiences, my thoughts, my dreams, my feelings, and all that shit wrapped into one. You know what I'm saying? And boom, that's how Baby Osama was born. You know what I'm saying? That's where Mullah came from. So.
Okay, you know. So I got first acquainted to you with the Unfuckwitable tape. That's how I came along to the game. And when I was telling Luke earlier was that a common thing was Osama. I was like, this Osama Afghan thing is something that keeps coming up in these songs, and his name is not Osama. So I'm trying to understand. So he was explaining to me, but I think I got you here in the flesh, so I might as well have you. Where's the Osama? Where's that coming?
It's like the same thing when I say like Griselda son, nigga, the favorite one. Mm-hmm. Or I say like I'm Osama son. Griselda, like I just feel like when I'm rapping, like I'm that bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like if my raps were a person and they came from somebody, like I'm talking that greasy, that's who the fuck would have made me, you know what I'm saying? Like Griselda and Osama, you know? So, you know, it's nothing deeper than that, you know, okay. just some shit I thought was, you know, cool, get some throw in there, you know what I'm saying, with the music or whatever, and it just kind of stuck, you know, and it helped me stay in the zone for real, when I'm really feeling it. And when I say that Osama or something, like, you know what I'm saying, niggas just go to a different level, you know?
But I say it definitely fits with the music, that's for sure. It definitely gets the energy going. Another thing I kept hearing on the track, Black Hand. Tell us what that is. What is that affiliation? What is that crew? What is all that about?
Well, Black Hand, like, that's just a collection of good men. They want friends that all, you know, believe in each other. You know, we all just want to succeed. You know, kind of like y'all gentlemen got going with, you know, with the podcast and your other businesses and stuff, you know. But as of right now, you know, we really focusing on the music. And, you know, shout out to Black Hand. We also got, you know, it's not just me. And that's the cool part about this. Because what I really want to show, like, why we call it Black Hand is, I believe the hand is powerful, like, because you could, like, save a life or some shit, like, or take a life with the hand, you know what I'm saying?
And it's five digits, and like without one, it's not as strong without the other.
You hear me? And I was just about to go there, but together, you already know the cliche is a fish. Yeah. So I look at it like with Black Hand, we all are different artists. And shout out to Ramsey, shout out to the Godmother, shout out to A-Bob, shout out to Kevo Bob, shout out FaZe. Am I missing anybody? Shout out Big Uzumaki. If I'm missing anybody, man, you know, I know I'm gonna hear about it later. But anyway, you know, I feel like we all got our own different, like, style. Like, we don't sound like each other. Not to knock nobody, but sometimes I feel like when niggas like come out of like a crew, like everybody kind of like got like kind of like the same flow. This is a different variation, but it's very rare now, especially, you know what I'm saying, in this area when niggas is coming out and niggas sound totally different. You know what I'm saying? I might be on, you know, my Osama shit, you know what I'm saying, all that, and then, you know, you go listen to, you know, my good man Ramsey, and he talk about something totally different, you know, but we able to bring our worlds together, you know, and I think that speaks a lot about, you know, us as men, you know what I'm saying, not everybody the same, you know what I mean, so we just showing that, like, you know, it's alright to be yourself, be different, you know what I'm saying, we can still all crank, like, it's still all gonna sound good together, so.
Okay. How do you feel about the Q to Fool comparisons?
I mean, respect, cause Q, you know, I gotta keep it real. I listen to Q. I'm a fan of Q. You know, me personally, you know, I would prefer, you know, like if people say that I remind them of him, you know, I take that as okay, cool, you know, a little pat on the back, whatever, that's cool. But at the same time, you know, I feel like I'm my own man, and I got my own sound, and you know, I'm very distinguishable from him. But if people want to compare me to him, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, with the grind I'm putting into more music, you know, a nigga could, you know what I'm saying, get up there one day on the same level as bruh. So shout out to Ock, you know, we ain't on no fake shit, you know, I keep it real. I was just listening to, you know what I'm saying, Q a couple of days ago, but I'm my own man, you know what I'm saying, and what I do can't nobody do. So I want to make that, you know what I'm saying, like flat out. Like I just want to put that on the table though as well, you know, like I feel like what I do, I ain't seen nobody else doing yet, you know what I'm saying? So it's my shit, you know, so yeah. But once again, shout out to Ock, man, all the good brothers.
So for me, like I said, I just got acquainted to you with the Unfuckwitable tape. What was the sound or sort of the vibe you were going for when you were making that tape in particular? Because like when we talk about the sound, you said it goes into music, and the music is really hard.
Yeah.
If there's one word description I'd say hard. Yeah. So what was sort of the mindset or like frame of mind you were in when you were making the project?
Well, I was just like, you know, this was, I mean, I'm not new to rapping, but I like to keep it real, like look at it like athletes. Like when you in the league, like that's when it really is like some shit counting. So when I started putting music out, that's how I look at it. So I'm probably like 2 years in now, but when I started, you know, I started getting my confidence up, really like, you know, linking with, you know what I'm saying, with niggas and recording, started going and seeing progression, and I started feeling like couldn't nobody fuck with me because my men was telling me, bro, this shit different, this shit, and that shit was just boosting my ego, you know. And so when I went in the booth, I felt that way. So that was the energy I was coming with. I wanted to display my talent, and also, you know what I'm saying, shit, you know, I'm a real nigga, you know, I ain't got a lot of money and shit, you know what I'm saying. So I go through, you know, the same stress as every other person in this room. So, you know, I was going through a lot of, you know what I'm saying, personal things and shit, you know. I mean, I'm a father, trying to provide for my son too, you know, shout out to my son, shout out to his mom, you know, but you know, all that, you know what I'm saying, frustration, anger, you know what I'm saying, shit I was angry about in my past that I touched on in music that made me feel away, all that. So if it sound angry, that's because I was, and I wanted to show people my emotion. I wanted, when you hear the songs, whether you can say, oh, I can't relate to what he talking about in the song, but you could feel it. Like, I could feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a car with Slim. Like, I'm walking up the street with him. Like, I could feel it, so. You know, and then I also want to add the word Unfuckwitable. I really got that from, I'm a big fan of hip hop, period. One of my favorite rappers is Scarface. Okay. One of my favorite Scarface albums is The Untouchable. I love that jump. And I feel like on that jump, like he really matched the title for that shit. Like he was just cool. So I said, damn, like what's the 2020 version of that shit? A nigga from PG, like what would it be like? Fuck, I'm unfuckwitable. Like a nigga can't get with me, you know. So that's really where that came from. So I want to also put that out there. You know what I'm saying, for any of my hip hop heads and shit. You know, respect. I definitely am a fan, man. You know,
that's big respect. Also, something I was kind of intrigued about was more so the fact that I think I seen your video one time, man. You really about putting on everybody. Like I seen Fat Man in the video. Like I seen you like you seem to have a real like we going on as
with
a
the Hazy Talk shirt on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We going on as a crew. So what's behind? I mean, everyone says they want to do that, but what in particular is behind that for you and like your crew?
Because man, like it is deep. Because shit, it's not just a time that we put in. Just because you be with somebody for years don't mean that y'all like locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can just be victims of the same circumstances around each other and shit. But it's about, you know, like the brotherhood and being around. Like, the niggas in my videos is godfather to my son. I'm godfather to they children. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know my mother. You know what I'm saying? I know they mother. You know what I mean? Like, we've been there for each other. Deeper than, you know what I'm saying, or sliding or some money shit. You know what I'm saying? Things that really count when I need somebody to depend on and shit. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, I feel like I need some help or whatever, you know what I mean? If I just need to talk to my brother, they're going to be there. They always support me, I always support them. I'm happy. Like, I really just want to be honest, I want to be the nigga like, oh yeah, they paying attention to me now, but look at everybody else with it. Look at what they, you know what I'm saying? That's how I really want to do it. I feel like that's the best way to do this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all try and come up. Everybody try and eat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to eat. We all, so if you a good man of principle, you know what I'm saying? You stand on what you stand on and we vibe, I want you to win. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, man.
So, Mullah Omar. You know what I'm saying? We've had this conversation before off record.
Yeah.
But Muhammad Omar, the former president of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Have you received any smoke from adopting his name? And if so, do you plan on changing your name?
Well, I haven't. Nobody's saying nothing to me, but it's funny though. I can't remember what song, but on YouTube, somebody left a comment. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, this don't crank. You know, that's comment. Oh, yeah, this don't like that. Yeah, Mullah Omar. And that's comment like, yeah, Mullah Omar was a capital letters, real freedom fighter. Like, basically, like, not this nigga up here. So I'm like, oh, shit, that's the first one. But, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this the name that I'm rocking with right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it fit me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of things that me and Ak like. I'm talking about that, the real. You know what I'm saying? Mullah Omar, like, it's different. And of course, you know what I'm saying?
Muhammad Mullah Omar.
Yeah, Muhammad Mullah Omar. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the Taliban leader or nothing like that. But, you know what I'm saying? How bruh move and how mysterious, you know what I'm saying? I really dig that.
And he wasn't the self-proclaimed Taliban leader.
Well,
like
you
the
know
Taliban gave him.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, they made him wear the jacket. You know what I'm saying? He won. Whether you want to be it or not,
Well, man,
you take
know my
orders.
history, man.
You know? But nah, so, you know, that name really, you know what I'm saying? I liked it, and then I seen just how mysterious he was, and I'm real big on, like, art and just movies and shit like that, and I was like, damn, like, this nigga, he only got like 2 pictures circulating of this nigga. Can't nobody get no eyeball on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is this nigga a myth? Is he real? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn. Like, I want to feel like that, like, as a rapper. Like, I come in on the scene, niggas like, who is this nigga? Where this nigga been at? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But low key, you already know who I am. Yeah.
You know?
So, like, the go-go influence that comes with your music, because, like, that low key plays an impact to, like,
Big impact.
The cadence and, like, how you rap and deliver on your song. So, like, what is, I know where it comes from, but, like, can you explain to everybody else, like, how that comes into play and, like, how that touches into how you approach a song? Go-go
was really my first dealings with really being on a microphone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could rap, but I was rapping in the car like 99% of the niggas. You know what I'm saying? Smoking, getting high, freestyling. But my first time being on the mic and hearing my voice was, you know what I'm saying, through speakers in front of other people and shit. So, you know, go-go, and shout out to my man, you know, Fat Man, shout out to Mick, shout out to Dre, shout out to MTN Band, Vinny, rest in peace, Pain, always. But, you know, when I got into go-go, I started to find myself. You know, it gave me the confidence, you know, because I never did it before. But I guess, you know, these guys, they seen something, or they saw something in me as a youngin', and they wanted me to fuck with it. And when I did it, it made me feel good. I'm like, damn, I really am cranky. You know, because you got thoughts and shit in your head, but you might be scared to share them with the world. But when I did, I was like, the whole room, like, more, nigga, more. So, you know, after that, you know, I started really, like, taking the craft serious. And if you listen to my music, like, that's how I perfect how my voice is supposed to be pitched and stuff, because I wasn't a singer. I was a hybrid rap, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes second mic, whatever I need to fill in. But if they singing a part and I want to add a little extra layer, I'm not going to sing it that way, but I'm going to have my voice, you know what I'm saying, hit a certain tone and match it. That's what I do with the music. Like you said, with the cadence, with the timing, my ad-libs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that come from go-go. Like, go-go is in me. You know, it really probably wouldn't, to be honest, it wouldn't be no Mullah Omar without the go-go side of me, because I wouldn't know about music without go-go. Go-go was my introduction to really studying music, finding timing and my window. When when you got 4 people on mic and people going off, you gotta find your window to get in it, a little, hey, you know what I'm saying, or throw your little hood on, or your little pot, whatever. So it's the same way with the beat. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm watching the beat, and I gotta find that window to jump in that pocket that I'm doing my thing. So yeah.
Okay. This is up.
Shout out to MTM, man.
Yeah, man.
I fuck with them fuckers.
Yeah, man. Good man right here.
Snipe asked me what band earlier, and I couldn't remember. And then,
MTM was fucking with it.
You mentioned playing your music with people, and like people say, like, give me more. Has there been, or is there someone who's reached out and was like, yo, this is it. Like, your music is it, and like, how did that make you feel?
Man, I get that, and it's real humbling. It's people that I don't know, like from a can of paint, to DM me like, bro, I listen to your music every day. And this is before Unfuckwitable was out. So, I had a handful of songs out. But like, bro, I listen to it every day. I got my whole neighborhood listening to it. Like people send me videos and stuff, them and their men. And this type of nigga I ain't like, and maybe I should show it more, but I don't be tripping out posting that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's personal for me. Like, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I show my team, like, this was the hard work doing, people paying attention, but it feel good because I'm not in this, like, I'm in this rap shit to change my life. Of course, I done put too much money and time and effort into it now, but I want to be, when they go down, I want to be judged by my body of work. I want to be a classic, like, I want to have classic albums, mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? I want to be a legendary, you know what I'm saying, rapper. Not only just for Maryland, for DC, DMV, but period. When niggas talk about, you know what I'm saying, rappers or albums, that I want them to be like, oh yeah, that Mullah Omar, remember back in 20, you know what I'm saying, 2020, that shit was hitting. That's that jump. That's, so when people tell me that, it mean a lot, because, we all got, sometimes we all doubt ourselves, and sometimes I do, but when I hear somebody tell me that, it just make me want keep going for real.
Okay, so my name is my name. 2-part question. Is there going to be a visual?
Okay.
And what was your mindset when you made that song? Because that's a different type of beat for Mullah Omar.
Yes. I'm glad you asked me that. See, my man do his homework. But nah, it's definitely going to be a visual. Definitely. Okay. And to all my fans, or new fans, when you go and you look me up, I'm gonna have more visuals on the way. I have music out, but I'm definitely gonna make a bigger effort this year to start dropping more visuals. But anyway, back to the question. The mindset I was in, I was watching The Wire. Watching The Wire, the episode, not to get too much into it, but I gotta get into it for real, fuck it. But Marlo was locked up in the bullpen, sitting in there with Chris and, his squad, and they were talking, about the charges and who was snitching and shit like that. And it ended up coming out because they was at war with Omar on the streets. That Omar, what he was doing was he was going around robbing Marlo's spots and burning the money. So he didn't want the money. He was like, yeah, you a bitch. You're not gonna come meet me on the street. You a whore. That's basically how he was carrying. When Marlo heard that, think about it, they in there for multiple bodies. These niggas got bodies, and the vegans on the show, this nigga, all he care about is, this nigga been disrespecting my name. Like, and y'all ain't tell me, and the nigga, and he stood on it, he said, man, I want you to go out there every corner and let everybody know when he did this shit, y'all ain't tell me that he was going on me like that. If I would've knew, then I would've been on the street looking for this nigga. My name is my name. When I was watching the episode, I done seen it. Why? It's one of my favorite shows. But I was smacked in my zone, and I'm like, damn, that's powerful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. Like, you gotta stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Jawan on the beats. A young producer I met over Instagram. He had the beat, and like I said, the first words on the song, ain't no bitch in my blood, nigga, Mullah, I'm a king. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, my name is my name. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand with it. I'm gonna fall with it. I'm going down with the shit. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, I have another question. Sosa versus Tony.
That was about to be exactly where I was coming from.
I'm already here, Charles. Like, Sosa versus Tony. We've had this conversation a long time ago. The movie Scarface shouldn't have been about him. Should have been about Sosa.
Yeah.
We've been had this argument. But, once again, what was your mindset when you thought about Sosa versus Tony? Because that's low-key what Scarface was about.
Yeah.
Like, it was about...
That was the protagonist.
It was about,
after a while.
yeah, like it was a distributor versus the wholesaler. And it's just like, so what we gonna do here?
Balance of power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You think you're more powerful than me, but nah, cause I hold the keys.
And I want to tell people, Scarface died. It's a misconception. People, what he died for, he died over his principles.
Yes, I be trying to tell people that.
He died
he
over
wasn't
his
killed
principles. Exactly.
That's what people forget.
You know what I'm saying?
People
He
act
didn't
like
want to kill
I don't murder women and children.
People act like he was coked out, but it was like, nah.
I don't murder women and
He was
children.
good.
I'd rather kill you and die over my principles.
And that's powerful. That's powerful.
than to kill a woman and a child. Like, that's against the rules,
Come
bro.
on, man. Come on, man.
So for making the music, what I was gonna ask
And that's
was,
why I asked about that song.
yeah,
Go
how
ahead,
did you
Charles.
sort of frame that? Because that's the thing about storytelling to me. Like one of my favorite storytelling songs is Meek's Tony Story.
Yeah.
So you sort of frame, like Mook was saying, like the aspect of distributor wholesaler. How did you like? I know the movie, but like how in particular
And
were you
principle
like?
versus moral.
Yeah, like was the framing for that?
Well, like, you know, like I said, I'm you know, I love film. You know what I'm saying? And Scarface is one of my favorite films. Just watching it, you know, and just really analyzing their situation. Like, you know, when you watch it over, you start paying attention to certain things. You know, when they first meet, you know, Sosa was a little intimidated by Scarface, a little taken back. That's why he had to sit there and try to fill this nigga out. You know what I'm saying? I want you to see your man get hung. I want to see if you gonna add some. If you
I want to
got
see how
some,
you
some
react to
jelly
your
in your
man
spine,
getting
nigga.
hung
Yeah, if you
from the
stand up.
motherfucking helicopter.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, like that's and it's another thing. You
And
know,
that's low key when the movie switched.
living like Sosa means, of course, I want to live. I want to have the money, want to have the power to find things in life, you know. But I won't
But
compromise
at
on
what
my
cost?
morals.
Yeah.
So I'll die like Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want to live like Sosa, but if it come down to it, I'll die like Tony. I'll die for my principles. I'll die for my morals. So when I put this song together, you know, it start Aki my time. I got a hammer to jam you. You know, like I was putting myself almost like I was if I was there with these two niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like just peeping little things, and then of course I was using, you know, some of the Black Hand, you know what I'm saying, affiliates and replacing certain people and shit, because you gotta really listen, you know what I'm saying? Like
smoke in his mouth when I'm kicked.
like hold on. Like the 4 or 5, yeah, slide nigga. My bad, y'all.
No, dude, I appreciate this.
When I say fuck, what's a jump right before the New Orleans Saint bar? Fuck.
That's a fat man about this shit recently.
When I talk about when I say killing, when I say I'm gonna kill you like Hector, try to shoot me like try to spin me like Frank, I'm talking about Hector the Toad. Hector the Toad in the jump was a nigga who Scarface met in the beginning. You already know where his cousin got hit up with the chainsaw and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I dog you like that for my folks, you know what I'm saying? And if you try to spin me like Frank, because remember, Scarface went on there on behalf of Frank, you know what I'm saying? Came back with a good deal and all that shit. Frank was jealous or whatever. Tried back, you know what I'm saying? So I'll put it on the line for you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I love you, but I dog you. You know what I'm saying? In the same breath, you know what I'm saying? If you cross the line, like that was the mindset in the song.
How do you, because these movie references are so in deep, and movie TV references are so detailed to like scenes.
Yeah.
Like we just talked about 3 very specific scenes in Scarface right now. As
one song.
As they relate to your bars. How, like, I remember Currency saying sometimes, like, he said, I like watch like TV like 12 hours of the day. I watch movies and shit like that. For you, how do you just get all that intake in, and like, how do you just keep it there for your stories?
Like, really, it's I hate to say it, like, but it's repetition. Like, I got certain movies I love, like King of New York, and you know what I'm saying, things like that. So, you know, I watch them, but I latch on.
You seen Gangs in New York, low key?
Yes, come on,
Okay,
now.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Butcher, man. Yeah. But nah, so, you know, like King of New York, on my song Double Lives, in the beginning I have, you know, like a movie scene in the beginning, and it's Jimmy Jump. I latched on to Jimmy Jump because I was like, damn, I related to him. So even though I was watching and I fuck with Frank, that's what I related to. So when I watch this shit, I'm really paying attention heavy. Like, I'm getting in this nigga mind. Like, I'm trying to think, why did he do that? I may have went through the whole movie and been like, why the fuck I don't understand why.
He was a
you know
real
what I'm saying?
storyteller of like that movie. Like, niggas pay attention to Frank White, but it's just like, nah.
You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy was the nigga. So when it comes to that, it's really just me putting myself. I really submerge myself in it. You know what I'm saying? When I get high up and I'm cool and shout the ism, you know what I'm saying? I'm smoking that good shit, you know, and I'm really zoned out. And you know, I'm watching the film. Like I said, I put myself in it. And then when it comes to the music, I might hear a beat or something, and it just put me in a zone. Or I might have a topic in my head I want to talk about and say, well, how can I relate it to niggas? Cause see, what I want to do is I want to break it down, but I know I can't y'all niggas ain't dumb, so I'm not about to break it all the way down like people retarded. Because we need to give people more credit than, you know what I'm saying, than we do. You know what I mean? The listeners. But at the same time, I gotta make it relatable. So, okay, well, niggas love Scarface. You know what I'm saying? So how can I get my approach off in this? You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't know that's what I'm doing sometimes. I might figure that shit out by the middle of the song. Like, damn, this how I piece it together, and now I could go back. So it's a crazy process, but it worked for me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I'm saying. More movie talk. What's your favorite movie?
Damn, that's crazy, bro. My favorite, I don't know, my
Menace to
favorite
Society,
game,
bro.
favorite child. Or
Old
something.
dog.
Nah, my favorite.
Coming off like old dog.
My favorite movie.
You can give me genres. Like, what's your favorite gangster movie? What's your favorite just?
It's
stoner
definitely
movie?
My favorite gangster movie is definitely Goodfellas.
Hundo.
It's got to be Goodfellas, but I also do love The Godfather though. Like The Godfather, that's that shit.
Which
you know what
one?
I'm saying?
Which Godfather?
1 and 2. I'm not
Okay.
really a fan of 3 like that. It's alright, but they started on some wild shit.
Yeah.
With that. But 1 and 2, you know what I'm saying? That shit really left a mark on me. Like when I was young, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to read. Like I used to get in trouble with my mother. Start making me read. Like, hey, you can't do nothing but fucking read. Like no TV, nothing. But I tried to flip it. Like, I'm gonna act like I like this shit. Low key, I was fucking with it. So I would read shit. So you know what I'm saying? I read the book and I watched the movie and shit when I was a young nigga. So just watching it again, like now it's like, oh shit, you know. But definitely The Godfathers. You said my favorite stoner movie? Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I fuck with that joint. And I just saw that joint like probably a year ago. That joint is solid as shit. But that joint
Johnny
deep
Depp
though.
real live, like they went OC in that joint.
You hear me? Like, and that's how I feel like how that film kind of take you through waves. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of how
That's
like
a
I feel like
story
the
of life.
music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, yes, I like that joint.
Comedy.
You seen that joint yet?
Comedy, shit.
You seen that joint, Chuck? Wow. You
It's
seen that
probably
joint, Chuck?
between.
Okay.
I want to say, of course, Cliche Friday, but I gotta throw. Nah, fuck that. Anchorman and Wedding Crashers. That's my 2 favorite movies. Just cause when I was young, shout out my man FaZe. He got me hip to Wedding Crashers. And
Great movie.
like that shit.
Great
Like,
movie.
Owen Wilson and Will Ferrell. Like and I can't forget the big Baba Ganoush. You know what I'm saying? Like when them 3 niggas get together, like bro, they be wildin', man.
Will Ferrell in
Yeah.
any movie by far is like the wildest nigga.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, you ain't fucking with
There's
me.
no point in giving that nigga a script. It's just like, I'm gonna do whatever.
All right, so back to the music. Unfuckwitable is probably the project that I think people are sort of getting to know you for. How do you capitalize off of this, or where do you go next for you personally?
Well, next, you know, I'm challenging myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to take it a step further. Like, so it's like the ocean and shit. Like, niggas know about the surface and shit for real, but it's like a big, you know what I'm saying? It's a big part of the ocean that we can't even go to or we know nothing about. We know this much about that shit.
Mariana Trench.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I feel like, you know, I'm layered and shit. So my next project, which is going to be coming out, working on it right now, titled The Honorable Mullah Omar. You know, I really want to get deep into my feelings. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like this, like, it's 1,000 ways to point A, you know, but everybody want to go this one fucking way. Like, I want to explain things. Like, we talk about why you blew, like, oh, I walked down, blew this nigga head off. I'm going to give you the background story to why it went down. You know what I'm saying? Not only am I going to give you the back, I'm going to tell you why, because this is how it goes down where we from. This shit, it could be from the slightest thing, you know what I'm saying, to a nigga backdooring you, you know what I'm saying, to something, to a nigga selling you some fooling, to a nigga running his mouth on the internet. It could be anything, you know what I'm saying, but I want to break down the psyche of niggas out here, you know what I'm saying, and at the same time, you know, I also want to be able to give niggas the gems that I get, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to talk about the pain, but I want to talk about it as far as I feel like my solution for it. And when I say my solution, I ain't talking about like no violence ever, cause shit, violence is needed, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time though, you know, it's a certain way and certain protocol. Like you can't stop the streets and with niggas doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's his own world, but it's got to be boundaries and respect. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to talk about. You can still be an honorable man and work a 9 to 5. You could be an honorable nigga that's out here trapping, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wanna try to talk to everybody and give them a glimpse of my mind and how I feel about what the fuck is going on. You know, how I'm looking at it. My stories that I gotta tell that's similar to these situations.
Okay. So with that being said, fuck.